Well, Ivan, it's been a weird week again. What's the mood like around the club been, and what's your message to the players been?
Yeah, I guess a lot's happened since we spoke last week. Mood's pretty good. Obviously there's elements of uncertainty around it, and there's each day seems to bring a different angle or circumstances. But it's pretty clear that our boys they're very grateful that they can keep playing. They still have a job, and focus is really about playing well. I think actually training and being able to play is probably a nice distraction.
One of the theories put out there, there's been so many, but one of them is a potential lockdown of the players and the teams, and I guess that it involved coaches as well. What would your thoughts be about going into lockdown or moving away into a city away with just rugby league teams in it?
Yeah, look, I don't know if I'm the best person to ask. I haven't really thought too hard about that. I mean, each day you take advice from, or certainly the government for starters, and their advice yesterday afternoon seemed to be more tempering rather than going the other way, where encouraging kids to go to school and that type of thing. So I can only assume that they feel there's some level of containment, and obviously the social distancing, the usual hygiene stuff, and the fact that NRL teams have already taken pretty substantial measures to try and make sure we stay healthy. Going to that level, I honestly don't really have an opinion.
I guess, Ivan, in this weird time, it's even more important to get those early wins on the board. So what are you looking to do after building off a great performance last week?
Yeah, well, it's always, in any season, it's good to get wins up. We were pretty happy with how we played last Saturday night against the Roosters. We didn't start the game well, but certainly the nature of the win gives us a lot of confidence. But it's important for us as a building team, and to try and become a force in the competition. And you need to be able to play that style week in, week out, and have it as part of your armoury. So we're looking to try and make sure we back that up away from home this week.
One of the good things, I guess, coming from that performance was the combination between Nathan and Appy. Did you expect them to sort of work so well together, considering they haven't played together before?
Yeah, well, I've done a lot of training together, and straight away it looked like they had a pretty good combination. Appy's got that ability to be able to give players time and space, as a good number 9 does, and certainly through our training, and even when they did play down in Bega together for a little bit. So yeah, I've always felt pretty confident that those guys were going to go well together. They seem to work well off the field together as well. So yeah, things started in a positive direction. I thought Appy was outstanding for us. Real key to that second half performance, and looking forward to seeing that combination grow throughout the year.
On a bit of a lighter note, we heard from Wayne Bennett today that in terms of the stadiums being empty, he gets to choose where he sits to coach the game from. He likes to sit and watch from behind the goalpost. Is repositioning yourself something you might have considered?
Yeah, I have considered it, and I do it rarely, but I do sometimes go down the sideline. I think one thing that's going to be different is obviously the players will be the only ones generating any noise, so it'd be good to be able to hear what's going on there. But I suppose it wouldn't matter where you sit, you'll be able to hear it. But yeah, I don't think I'm not going to go too radical. But we've discussed maybe it's just some assistant coaches taking up a different angle. So I don't know, we'll see.
And just finally for me, I guess, Kickow, all good to go. He seemed to finish the game okay last week. You must have been happy with that he could stay on the field because he is so dangerous.
Yeah, it was it's definitely a bit of good fortune, I suppose. But I was fearing the worst when it first happened. But great news at halftime, and great to see him be able to come back on, and not just come back on, but be able to perform and score the winning try. So all in all, it was a pretty happy moment, that one.
Ivan, just a last one from me. Obviously, to be able to beat the defending premiers, how do you sort of make sure the boys stay up and continue that momentum when you take on a side that lost last week?
Yeah, for sure. We, as I said, we were happy with our performance. I thought the second half in particular was really strong. But there was things in there that, like any game, that you can improve on, and particularly our start wasn't good enough. and the Roosters came out really, really hard. So we expect exactly the same from the Dragons this week, and we're going to have to be a lot better at the start of the game. So it's round 2. We're just trying to build performances. So if we can match something like what we did last week but start better, then we'll give ourselves a chance to win the game. That's all we can ask in any week.